Dragon, hurry! It may be an RLV, but it still needs time to accelerate and decelerate from first coming velocity. It could require more than 30 minutes to get to Pakistan. head back the way you came for now.
Damn, 2 fighter planes downed? Pretty impressive, Raiden. Even for you.
It's not me, really. It's this body.
Well, sure, it helps. But it would be nothing without your tactics and reactions.
Maybe. I wouldn't even dare take them on if I wasn't in this frame, though.
You never could take a compliment. But I admit, the tech is pretty hot. Makes you wonder what'll happen once cyborgs become more common. It'd mess with sports, that's for sure.
I doubt we'll get to that point. A lot of groups have already explicitly banned cyborg athletes. Even the ones that haven't, well, you know, they're not gonna let them on the field.
Well, sure. But what happens once folks get used to seeing cyborgs perform all these superhuman feats? For a lot of folks, the regular stuff just wouldn't cut it after that. In fact, I bet they'd welcome you guys in stuff like extreme sports. You know, where the show's half the contest? You see that video with the cyborg skater? It's got like 100 million hits.
Novelty, Kev. Nothing more. What excites people is seeing regular folks doing superhuman things. If there's no training, no sacrifice beyond I paid for the operation, that'll get real old real quick.
Well, it's more than just the operation, though. You need brains to drive that body, right? A lot of people just like to see the limits of how far the human body can be pushed. I bet plenty would want to see just how far cyborgs can go, too. Like, a cyborg pro wrestling league could be pretty interesting, or you know, football.
I guess it could happen. Maybe then you'd consider getting enhanced. With enough cash, you could jump right into the top ranks of any cyborg sport.
It'd be nice, but I've always sucked at sports. There's no way, unless I swap out my brain, too. Nah, I'm content just watching from the sidelines.
Everything still okay up there?
Smooth, sailing. No bogies. Denver, some distance behind. It appears those UAVs were our only pursuers.
Yeah, but whoever launched them still out there. World Marshal's tapping its army contacts to try and get us. Only the military could launch a UAV in US airspace. But it looks like their clout's run out for now.
Indeed. And now that your little skirmish at the HQ is over, well, it simply wouldn't do for the army to fire at a civilian helicopter. I would imagine there is quite the argument unfolding between the Americans and World Marshal right now. No doubt some toes were stepped on getting those UAVs up.
Probably. But if Sundowner's telling the truth, Operation Tecumseh's still underway. And the president's got a big old bullseye on his head. And most likely, that's what they're focused on for now.
Indeed, we are not blessed with an abundance of time, and I'd prefer to avoid any additional air combat. AI makes piloting these things considerably easier than before, but one moment's carelessness and poof!
Can't you switch out with another pilot?
We've no licensed pilots on hand, and for this task at least, I find it difficult to trust anyone but myself. Of course, I would not have taken this route had I known this would happen. I was far too careless, too preoccupied with all the things I could do with these brains.
Yeah, I bet. Still glad you're here, though. I wouldn't have a clue how to get the brains out of that system. Without you, I could have killed them all.
Oh yes, I will be collecting more than a few favors after this. There are several experiments I'd still like to conduct on your body.
Let's talk about that later, Doc. So you said it took 3 years to learn how to speak, right? Given enough time, could any AI be taught that too?
I cannot assert that. A neuro-AI is only capable of learning new things, not growing and replenishing its own cells. Thus, each neuro-AI is equipped with a predetermined capacity that cannot be altered. My AI contains 90 billion neurons, more than a human being. A normal LQ-84 model possesses only 1.6 billion.
That's a big difference.
Relatively, yes. I doubt any amount of learning period would enable an LQ-84 to speak. It would be similar to attempting to teach a dog how to converse. A combination of appropriate instruction and an ample neuron count are required to accomplish the feat.
So if someone else made a neuro-AI with the same capacity or more...
Other AIs as conversant as I are a possibility. Yes, robotic pets with neuro-AIs are already on the market. And I understand research and development are underway to create a model capable of conversation. Do not be surprised if such a pet becomes available before too long.
If that becomes commonplace, Hard to imagine.
Is it? The human race has willingly embraced all of its other inventions so far. Steam engines, electricity, the internet, cyborgs. Perhaps the day will come when conversing with AIs, too, is considered perfectly normal.
Maybe. As normal as being a cyborg is now, at least.
The most significant challenge would be in crafting the appropriate training regimen. The only way to establish an effective learning system is through sheer trial and error. And it will take even more time to virtualize and optimize that system for mass production. One could say my own existence is due in no small part to simple luck. Of course, I was a failure as a weapon as well.
Failure or not, you're better off than an AI that knows nothing but how to fight.
I am pleased to hear you say that.
So, you want to fill me in on your plans for later?
My plans for later? Are you making dinner reservations?
Well, there is this new sushi joint I've been meaning to check out. But, oh, right. I guess you're going to be kind of busy over in Pakistan, aren't you? You certainly seem in a good mood, at least.
Can't be a proper action hero without a joke or two.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't quit your day job. Look, we've all got our coping mechanisms, I guess.
Ask any soldier. A little levity can work wonders when you're facing death. Doesn't really matter if it's funny or not. If it helps you and your buddies relax, then it helps.
Yeah, makes sense. Sorry, I didn't mean anything by it.
Forget about it.
Okay, I got a joke for you then. 3 tomatoes are walking down the street, and they go...
I've heard this one, Courtney. And thanks for the thought, but I'll be fine.
Alright. Well, anyway. So you're headed for Solus first?
Yeah, Solus Space and Aeronautics. It's a private space outfit. Ever since NASA opened up spaceflight to commercial companies, it's become a pretty crowded market.
And that's where Sunny works?
You got it. Fortunately, it's not too far from here. They got their start doing Air Force Space Command work for the Peterson Air Force Base nearby. 2 years ago, though, they built their own spaceport and moved to their current location.
Glad to hear they're close. Boris is getting in contact now. You just focus on getting out of Denver.
Copy that.